We can't rewind. Hello and welcome to Internet Culture. This video corresponds with chapter 3 of the book, Internet Culture. When was the internet born? And who are the internet's parents? Convergence and evolution of media systems. Whether you agree with the technological determinists or the instrumentalists, I think we can all agree that media is a powerful technology for shaping culture. But how have these tools grown into the media systems that they are today? Remediation. Bolter and Grusin came up with this idea to explain how media come into culture. The new media actually relies on the old media, and this idea of remediation describes the new media taking or borrowing the content from the old media. Television remediates radio, radio remediates theater, and so on, whether you move forwards or backwards. Have you heard the song called "Video Killed the Radio Star"? In this way, we can see an example of remediation, or Fiedler's theory of mediamorphosis, except that video didn't kill the radio star. Bolter and Grusin would say that video remediated radio. Mediamorphosis is the idea that new media don't kill old media, or old media don't die outright. They evolve, they change together, they adapt gradually. This idea of delayed adoption is actually a kind of remediation of Paul Sappho's 30-year rule, which says that basically it takes a human generation for a new technology or new media system to firmly become part of the society or culture. In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far, are the words of Horn, Downs, and Woolley of the Buggles. And that you may recognize as a trait of an ecological system, that is non-reversibility. We've gone too far, we can't go back. So the Buggles got it right in that sense, that new technology, that music videos were a new ecological system that was irreversible. But it did not kill the radio star. The radio star evolved and became a new media video star. If we go back further in time, back to 1978, we can see where the idea of media convergence came from. That's from Nicholas Negroponte in 1978 at the MIT Media Lab at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Negroponte's idea is that there were three media industries: print and publishing, broadcast and motion picture, and the computer industry. And he was imagining these as three circles overlapping. And as time went on, he was imagining by the year 2000, these circles would push together in the center, causing more of an overlap between these three industries. It wasn't just that these circles stayed the same size, it was that some of the area, especially in the center, got bigger and bigger. So the overall economy of these media industries grew. At the same time, some industries like the print and publishing were being squeezed out. And so that market share was shrinking while other areas were growing, and the overall circles got bigger. Henry Jenkins in 2006 wrote a book called Convergence Culture, where old and new media collide. And in it, he set out three major concepts: media convergence itself, describing the flow of content and industries; participatory culture, which was in contrast to older spectator models of media; and collective intelligence, which is what many people refer to as the hive mind, or what we think of when we crowdsource something on social media. Epic 2015, the film is set 10 years into the future and imagines media industries and technologies. The most famous prediction to come out of this was the idea that Amazon and Google would merge and become known as
Google's on. Google supplies the Google Grid, an unparalleled search technology. Amazon supplies a social recommendation engine and its huge commercial infrastructure.
When you watch this mockumentary, Epic 2014 or 15, whichever you choose to watch, pay attention to the line of fiction, which happens around 2004 or 2005. Anything after that is speculative because they made the film then. Some of these things come true, but some of the things haven't quite come true. Some are laughable and some are really amazingly prescient.